Now, there's a couple different ways that you can get into the NuGet package manager. And you need to use the NuGet package manager, let me close this, to add Entity Framework to your project. So what I normally do is I just right click on my project and I go into Manage NuGet Packages. And you can see that brings you to this NuGet package manager. The other way for you to get into here is to go into Tools, and I don't normally do it this way, NuGet Package Manager, and then Manage NuGet Packages. Okay, it takes you to the exact same place. Okay, so there's really no difference between right-clicking here and going in the other way. Okay, so at this point, we don't have any installed. Installed is what is selected. So we have to go into Browse. And there are two that we need to install. And when we install these two, it will actually add quite a few more packages that are related to the two that we need. So we're going to key in Microsoft.entity.framework core dot. And that's usually about as far as I get. And then I look for SQL Server, which I see right here. So I'm going to select it. This next step is super important. Whatever version of .NET you're using, you need to match that primary version. Okay, so you have a version number, and then after that, you have the release. So if you're using .NET 9, you need to use Entity Framework 9. If you're using .NET 8, you need to use Entity Framework 8 or the most recent version of Entity Framework 8. I created this project with .NET 9. So I'm going to use the latest stable version of .NET 9, and I'm going to click Install. Okay, and typically it has a little user agreement that you have to accept, but you can see it's actually going to install more than just SQL Server. We are going to get quite a few additional installations here. So I'm going to go ahead and click I accept. And once it is installed, you will see next to version, the version that's installed. And, if you needed to uninstall it, you can, and you could pick a different version, but this is what we're going to go with. So we have one installed now. Or it should look under installed. Let me see. Not sure why it's not showing up, but we're going to run a build. I'm going to install the other one, and then we'll run a build. We need Microsoft.entityFramework core tools. So let us look for core tools. And if you get impatient, you can just key it in. Here it is. And again, you have to match your version. Okay, but if you look at what this package contains, this is the DB context, the migrations, scaffolding, and kind of everything that we're going to use in our project. Now I'm going to run a build because it's saying that those are installed. All right, so I should have them both in my project. Okay, and so we are going to move on to our next step, which is scaffolding. So once you've got those installed, okay, you can go ahead and close out of here.